thank you for joining us for the press conference after the fourth round of the SuperEnduro FIM World Championship here in Budapest. We are here with the stars of tonight, so the leaders of their classes. Let's start from the left. Wojtek Walczak, leader of the youth class. Yes, you can feel free to cheer for them. And then we have Milan Schmüser, the leader of the junior class, and top three of tonight in the prestige class, Johnny Walker-Mitch Brightmore and Billy Bolt. Guys, thank you for joining us. Let's start from Wojtek. Because Wojtek is Polish, I'll ask him a Polish question and then I'll translate it into English. Wojtek, bardzo ciężki wieczór, zwłaszcza ten pierwszy bieg, no to było coś strasznie szalonego. Właściwie coś, co się chyba nie zdarzyło, albo dawno się nie zdarzyło w historii superenduro. Jak to wyglądało z twojej perspektywy?
Tor był bardzo trudny, ponieważ pomiędzy kamieniami były duże przerwy. Matrix też nie był podsypany i ziemia była strasznie śliska. Nie wiem dlaczego i ciężko było strasznie.
So I asked Wojtek, how does the race tonight look from his perspective, especially the first race when we all know what happened, the race was stopped. So Wojtek said that the track today was really tough. There was a lot of space in between the rocks. Also the matrix wasn't how he liked it to be. And the track was really slick, so it's really not what a young rider may like. So also I'll ask Wojtek about that. He still managed to win, and he made an even bigger gap in the general competition. Wojtek, mimo wszystko, mimo tego, że taki trudny był ten wieczór, udało ci się dzisiaj wygrać, wygrałeś się i to z wielką przewagą po raz kolejny. Powiększasz też przewagę w ogólnej klasyfikacji super enduro. No, wygląda na to, że idziesz na mistrza, jak to się mówi.
Cieszę się bardzo, że ta przewaga się powiększyła, ale też nie możemy się cieszyć za szybko, ponieważ zostały jeszcze 3 rundy. No i będę cisnął do końca.
So Wojtek said that he is happy, but just quite happy, not happy to enjoy the winning of the whole season yet. Although he is happy that the gap between him and the next rider in the general classification is getting bigger. So in general, he is happy with the today's evening. Wojtek, to jeszcze cię zapytam o to, wrócę jeszcze do tego pierwszego biegu, no bo to jest właśnie sytuacja taka, która się wcześniej chyba nie zdarzyła, albo dawno już się nie wydarzyła. Czy ty w ogóle wiedziałeś, co się dzieje w momencie, jak się pojawiła ta czerwona flaga, zwłaszcza, że przecież to ty utknąłeś też wtedy w tych kamieniach, więc trochę ci się poszczęściło, można powiedzieć, że ten bieg został przerwany.
No myślę, że to było bardzo duże szczęście, ponieważ nie mogłem wyciągnąć motoru z pomiędzy tych kamieni i nie patrzyłem tak naprawdę na te żółte flagi i czerwone, które powiewają, ale na szczęście udało mi się wyciągnąć motor i na moje szczęście była ta czerwona flaga i byłem drugi w pierwszości.
So I asked Wojtek also about what happened in the first race, because as we know, he was the one that actually stuck in the rocks when the red flag came up. So it was a bit lucky for him because he couldn't take his bike out of the rocks, so he didn't even realize that the red flag is appearing, so he realized it just after. And like he said, it was a bit happy for him that the red flag appears. So thank you so much, Wojtek. Dziękuję bardzo.
Thank you.
So let's move to Milan Schmüser, the leader of the junior class and also the winner of today's event. Milan, it was also a very crazy, very tough night for you as well, because we all know that the track was difficult, not only for the youngest, but also for you. So can you tell us a bit more, how does it look like from your perspective?
To be honest, I like the track, I like the layout, and I like it if it's a little bit harder. And yeah, Manu had a really good night. We had a good first battle in the first heat. To even make the mistake. So yeah, I'm happy with the first place in the first heat. In the second heat, I got stuck in the rock garden with my old rival Roland, and he lay on my bike but couldn't handle it to get out of under his bike, and I don't know how much second did it cost, but it was a lot, and I could close the gap to the first 2 guys. So a third place in the second heat to be honest, it was a really good third place for me. I'm happy with the third place. And yeah, in the last race, yeah, a little bit sad that we can't finish the race. But yeah, overall it was a good night.
Yeah, and I must say that it was easy to see that your racing is really clever. Like you're racing very clever, and you're developing like from round to round. So, is it something that you also can see when you look at your racing, or is it something that your surroundings are telling you, the people you work with? How does it look like?
To be honest, I had a lot of experience in this class, so yeah, I think that's the key.
And it's definitely like you push yourself to win because you feel like adult enough to win in the junior class. So you're probably feeling like you're ready for the prestige already.
Yeah, I think so. I hope.
Yeah, and you're on the good way to be in the prestige class really soon. I will also ask you this question, the same that I asked Wojtek about. You are making the gap between you and the second rider bigger in the general classification. So I bet that there is a lot of self-confidence after such a racing like tonight.
Yeah, I don't know the real numbers, but I think I had a gap between 35 and 40 points, something like that. That's a good gap. No, 40, I don't know.
Around 40, 45 or 6.
45 or 6, yeah. Yeah, it's a good gap, but you see it like Fraser's frame. Everything can happen, and when the GP is over. So yeah, we have to push for every point.
Okay, thank you so much. So now let's move to the prestige class. Johnny, I'll start from you. What a crazy night for you again. Also, crazy stuff have happened in the first race, like in the other class. So can you tell me a bit more? How does this incident in the rock garden look for you?
Yeah, it's racing. We're all fighting for positions on the track. It's the first lap, so I'm gonna try and go to the inside. Billy's gonna go, where he thinks best. So yeah, incidents happen, and I think it's just the way the track was. Tonight, some lines were really good, but they had to go wide to get on them. So that left the door open. So yeah, it was a tough track to race. It was a difficult track.
I really like the difference. Like Wojtek said that it's a difficult track, Milan said it's a nice track, and you also say that it's a difficult track. Like it's nice to see the difference of the perspective that you all riders have. So so can you tell me a bit more what was especially difficult for you, and which part of the track you saw like an opportunity to get some advantage?
I wouldn't say I felt really good on the track. I felt like I rode the last race my best. I just kind of accepted third, just rode around, did my own thing, and the other two I was trying to fight, and then yeah, just stuff wasn't going right. So just decided in the last race just to bring it home in third.
And can you tell me a bit more, because that's something that we see when we look at your racing this season, that you are really good in the quali, you're racing really nice in the training session, but then when it comes to racing in the main event, then there is not as good as I believe you wanted to. So can you tell me a bit more about how does it look like from your perspective?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're just missing something in race situation. I don't know if I'm maybe too stiff for my suspension or something like that, but it's something we need to figure out. And yeah, we haven't really been able in between the races to do anything to make it better. So we're just going from race to race. Hopefully now we've got a few weeks off, so hopefully we can do something and come back stronger in Serbia.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Mitch Brightmore right now. Mitch, I wanted to ask you about the last race, the third race, the one that you were in lead for a few laps. So have you already been like happy that it might be finally the first win for you in SuperEnduro, or you are still feeling the Billy on your back?
To be honest, you can't really think too far ahead. Just take it as it comes, ride my own race, and I've been pretty good now with just doing my own thing, not pushing way too hard and not making too many mistakes. And I felt, to be honest, pretty good on this track. I didn't make really any mistakes and just, like I said, rode my own race, had a pretty good pace and some good lines around the track, and yeah, it put me in a good position.
And when it comes to the position when you were the second, were you still focusing on chasing Billy, or you then felt that Johnny is right behind you and you need to be more focused on defense than attacking the Billy?
I think it was pretty close to the end of the race, so just concentrate on myself, like I said, and bring it home in second, really.
So third place today, third place in general classification for you right now. How do you feel in the halfway of the season? Because that's where we are right now.
To be honest, I feel quite a lot better than the start of the season. I've figured a few things out with the bike and myself. And yeah, just happy to gain some points on Eddie in the championship and just keep rolling as we are.
And when it comes to your shoulder, have you felt anything tonight when it comes to this part of your body? Because you know that it was dislocated last time, or you didn't feel it at all?
All night felt pretty good, and then just in the last race I kept hitting my shoulder on the way down the rocks on a log, which was not ideal, but it's racing and these things happen, so yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mitch, and
you.
now Billy Bolt. Billy, I believe that it was a bit like a roller coaster for you tonight, because qualification not as you like them to look like. Then the first heat, which was absolutely crazy. Then the second heat, where you finally, I believe, could race the way you wanted because you were in front very quickly, and then you could just race as you wanted. And then again in third race, small crash and sticking in the rocks. So, like I said, a roller coaster for you tonight.
Yeah, on the whole, I'm pretty happy. Even the qualifying, I wasn't fastest, but you know, it just shows the level is good. The guys are good. I'm not always going to be the fastest guy on track. I don't think I was the fastest overall tonight, to be honest. But yeah, it was just about making good decisions when it counted. Like the first race, the first couple of laps were pretty chaotic, but you know, eventually things settled down and opened up, and I just had to, you know, put some solid laps together. And Toby made a mistake, so I managed to catch back up to him. And then same with the last race, really, my own mistake. Mitch was riding really good. I felt him even the second race, the first half of the second race, there was kind of not really much change. You couldn't really push too hard tonight. The track was it raced a lot better than I was expecting, but also you couldn't really push too hard. And I think I kind of watched the first race back, and I seen that Mitch was riding pretty smooth and standing up a lot and flowing a lot, and it was easier to let the track come to you like that. So actually, seeing how he was riding in the first race, and it helped me with the next two. But yeah, overall 63 points, can't complain.
And when it comes to the qualification, sorry to going back to that, but I wonder, because as we assume probably there's nothing but being the best that you expect from yourself. So when it comes to the result that you had in qualification, were you a bit upset, like down about that, or you just didn't want to focus on that?
I don't really care about the result. I just care about feeling good and doing a lap that I'm happy with, to be honest. If I did a lap I'm happy with and I'm in fifth place, then I would be okay. But I definitely didn't put my best lap out there in any of the sessions, which is frustrating for me. But like I say, that's on me, and I care more about how I feel out there in my riding than the position, to be honest with you. But in the end, you know, the time was close. I think it was like 0.09 for Mitch. And with, like I say, not doing my best lap. So in some ways you can also take some confidence from that, knowing that you're so close and it wasn't, you know, there was still a little bit of time left out there. So yeah, like I say, I'm more of a feeling guy. If I feel good and I feel like I couldn't have done any more, then I'm not massively bothered about the position that I'm in.
And can you tell us a bit more, how does it feel, and what do you prefer? Do you prefer chasing, like in the first race when you were fifth and you had to move to the first place with all of struggling and fighting with other riders, or do you prefer it like it was in the second when you were just in front and you could do whatever you wanted?
I don't mind. To be honest, the first race I didn't even know who was leading. I only guessed it was Toby when he got stuck and the crowd went crazy. I was like, oh, it must have been him. That was in the lead. So yeah, I wasn't in front, but I really it wasn't like I was watching the first place guy and chasing him down. I didn't know who he was, and then even the last race, obviously kept a very close eye on Mitch. But again, for a while the gap didn't change, and I thought, it's going to be difficult to catch him. My goal wasn't to catch him. My goal was just to do good laps and try not to make any mistakes, and focus on myself. And luckily that brought me back to the back of him.
And when it comes to those mistakes, what is happening in your head? What do you think when you are stuck in, for example, like with this rock situation? What were you thinking? Like, is it something that make you focus more, or something that absolutely make you distracted?
I got no idea, to be honest. I just thought this isn't very good. Let's get out of this position, and try to figure about it. Put it out of your mind. There's no point, thinking about the mistake. It's happened. You're not going to change it now. Get yourself in the as quickly as possible back on track, and put it out of your mind.
Okay, thank you so much. Do you have any question, guys? Okay, yes.
Thank you. Máté Söbök, Rally Café magazine. Question to Milan. You mentioned the incident with Roland, but after that you had a very good battle. Were you surprised he was so strong, because this was the only round for him at this season?
To be honest, last year he didn't show the full potential of himself, but I know he's a really fast guy and have good heats. So no, I wasn't surprised. He's a fast guy, and you're welcome.
Yes.
Yes, Daniel from MX Online. This question, all of you. So in Supercross in AMA, every time after the races, there is a big briefing with the riders about how they feel the track, how they can improve it, how they can develop, what they can figure it out for the next round. Is there any briefing for you guys, or do your opinion or experience they ask you about how will be the next round, what you prefer? Just all of you.
Yeah, for example, Billy talked to Corey, and they changed a little bit in the second corner after the start, the lock, the 180 degrees corner. I think our riders, or we as a rider, we can talk to them, and sometimes they change it.
And for next week, right?
The problem is every race is different. Each race organizer is responsible for the track, so it's not built by the same people, which I think personally it would help if it was the same person building every track, because we made changes from last night and changes throughout the day, and I think I want to give credit to the organizers here in Hungary. They listened a lot, and they definitely made positive changes, but it's also a little bit frustrating to arrive each time to stadiums on the Friday and think that there's some clear things that could make it better. So we unfortunately that's out of our hands. We're not in charge of it's a different people building the track, but I think that is an area which could be improved. I don't know how the logistics work, if that's possible. That's kind of not for us to worry about, but it's not quite the same as it is in Supercross.
Any other questions? Thank you so much, guys. Congratulations.